Hello, everyone, and welcome to another podcast with Elke and Jutta. Our topic today is trauma. And yes, I think this is going to be an interesting one. The term trauma is certainly familiar to everyone, but what exactly is meant by trauma? In the last podcast, we talked about the ancestral lineage, and for me, a connection with trauma came up. This is why I would like to ask Elke about this today. Well, Elke, I hope you feel well, and I am excited what we will hear from you.
Well, I'm always excited and always
Mhm.
in tune with myself, with all of you, and I can't wait to share, to expand, to grow together, well, and to see where this goes. So, trauma by itself. And first, of course, Jutta, how are you?
I am fine. Thank you. I'm really fine, but a little bit nervous about this podcast, but I will do it. Sure.
Well, of course. No worries, because, well, you can't do anything wrong. Never,
Good.
ever. Okay.
Good to hear.
So, yes, you said ancestral lineage, and then it popped up for you that the trauma. So, trauma is a very deep theme. You can go at it from many angles. Okay. So, what when you when you felt into it, or when we did the last podcast, what popped up for you that brought up the term trauma for you? Why did this come up for you?
I mentioned that I'm living in Germany. Yeah. And okay, there is a trauma for me as in person or the whole country.
Okay.
And I think that was it because you told us we don't have to solve the problems from lines before. Yeah, we can't do it. And the Germans, yeah, they are, they are told you are guilty because of World War One, Two, and Holocaust, Third Reich, and it's like like a big thing which is over us and keeps us little. Can and so the question came to me: is it possible that a whole country is traumatized because of such things that happened in the past?
So, well, you are supposed to feel traumatized. So
Mhm.
the thing is, okay, it's whatever. So there is a certain narrative, a certain, well, things that in a certain society are taught, right? So for the Germans is you have to do everything to make up for what you did in World War II and
Yeah.
maybe one. So I grew up with that as well. So, and Germans, and you are now the ones you have to make up for it, and you have to make amends, and you have to do this, and you have to do that. And you cannot have this, and because Germans, if you have a national identity, blah 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 blah. It's the same with religion. Uh, so when you come in and have a certain religion, I believe it's the Catholic religion. So you are told you come in, you are born onto to this planet, and you are a sinner, and you have to. Well, basically, you cannot really make up for that, right? Someone else has to wash you clean of it, which I find very, very interesting. So this means you have no power over basically what you do when you do so, and you cannot do anything right. So, and
Yeah.
the other one is for Americans, it's the indigenous thing, right? You have killed the indigenous, and it's true. It's not that it didn't happen. The Germans did what they did, and all is still well within creation, right? And so the indigenous or even slavery, the colored ones.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
cannot, you are not supposed to say the black ones, right? Even if they don't mind at all, right? They call themselves that as well. So if you are this and that, if it even goes to your the color of your skin. If you have a certain color of a skin, that means this and that and this and that and this and that. So, and it's literally, you were asking the Germans because they are told they are traumatized. The indigenous are told they are traumatized and have been traumatized. So because of what happened to them, they can never get out of whatever that is. And uh, the ones with the black skin color, they are told uh, they have a certain disadvantage and then they need to have certain privileges, but still they cannot, for whatever, they don't have this and that and whatever. So this is the, well, the premise, that's what you're told. Okay. That per se is not a trauma. It's what you're told. The trauma starts if and when you buy into it. Okay, so you
Okay.
hear
Yeah.
Germans are bad. Oh, I'm a German. Oh my goodness, my ancestors did so many bad things. Or as an American, we had the slaves and we tortured them, we whatever, and also we killed the indigenous. Yes, your ancestors did that. At that time, this is what they did. But that this really and truthfully doesn't mean anything with regards to you. It's what you make out of it, what you make your own. So trauma literally is something happens, you are told something, and then which decision do you make? Am I the victim or am I, well, myself? Do I believe what I am told or do I go with what I feel within my heart? What I feel is the truth. And when you tune into your heart, Jutta, let's do a little experiment. So you hear from outside, and I've been subject to it as well. And for you, it's an issue, okay? For me, not. I have been told blah blah blah. Well, great, awesome. That has nothing to do with me. If what the Germans did, awesome. So even in a past life, well, yeah, I was one of those that were uh, subjected to what the Germans did. Am I mad at them? No, it's all good, right? So they did what they did because they believed and bought into a certain thing. So am I traumatized because I know I had a lifetime where I was killed in a concentration camp? No, that's just what it was. It wasn't a pretty experience, but that doesn't mean that I now, maybe because you might have been one of the perpetrators, that I now hate you or I am
Mhm.
traumatized and now you have to make up for what happened to me. Well, it's all good, right? It's literally for yourself. Why does it mean so much to you? Why do you feel guilty? And you wouldn't bring it up if you wouldn't think somehow, some way, some shape, some form, this must be true.
It's not that I am traumatized because I always told the people when we talked about yeah, this, I am not guilty. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I can't say I'm sorry because I'm not sorry. Yeah.
Mhm.
But the other way is that people argue that, oh, you are very egoistic. You can't make you free from what was happening years ago. And when I say, oh, yes, I can, because it wasn't me. Yeah. I'm living now. And that is the past. But they force you into this situation. Yeah,
Mhm.
they want to hear, oh, yes, I'm very sorry. Oh, yeah, okay, I can understand you, but I don't.
Well, the thing is, well, I'm kind of sorry what happened in the past because it wouldn't have to be this way.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
But it
Yeah.
is, of course, an experience everyone had. They did what they did with what they had. And they
Hmm.
made the decision from the ego, not from the heart. And that's why it's time to choose the heart now, because it's the only way to come back to yourself and to
Yeah.
literally walk out of trauma and walk out of victimhood and to walk out of the ego and the mind control. Okay, because the mind can be programmed, it can be manipulated, it can be controlled. The heart cannot. So for you, the trauma literally is because you feel pressured into something you know that's not yours. And great job for that, Jutta. And then you fight against it.
Hmm.
Okay. Instead, what I'm doing is saying, well, great, you tell that, you believe that, tell me that, you believe that. That's great for you, but I'm not buying into it. And I don't care what you think or not. I don't
Yeah.
care if you think I'm egoistic. Well, I'm caring for myself, but at the same time, I care very much about humanity, about the planet and the animal kingdom, the plant kingdoms. I
Hmm.
because I care about myself and I love myself because I am love. Okay, not this thing, I love myself. Well, I know I am love, so I bring this to everything.
Yeah.
So going back to myself and being the love that I am, now I can emanate that out. And well, I don't have to be right. So it's okay. You believe that, that's fine. If you have a problem with me, that's okay, right? But that's not my problem. It's not mine. And by you, and I did that was when I was younger, and just knowing something is not true, and then fighting against it. Well, each time where when you go against it, it literally it reinforces your trauma. The trauma is I feel like I'm in a cage and I cannot get out, and I want to convince the others that they that well I am right.
But that's the same as they do with me. So it's
Okay,
only ping pong. Yeah.
exactly, it's an energy
Mm.
game. It's
Yeah.
exactly what it is, an energy game. And who have you ever felt like you won? Maybe
No.
once, right? Well, when there's
Yeah, but not very
yeah,
often.
you cannot win.
Yeah.
So here we have a situation where both sides are trying to find out who has the biggest ego, because
Mm.
it's about ego. It's about, okay, everyone's a victim. So we have, at this time, I was, the Germans were the perpetrators, and it was not all. Okay, some just walked with it and they didn't feel like this was true, but they were in fear that whatever, they would lose their status, they would lose this and that. And there was also resistance. So this is, you cannot say everyone, that's not true. Okay, even a pretty large part wouldn't didn't want to be a part of it,
Yeah.
right? So, but of course, many just walked with it, right? Because they
Mm.
were afraid. They didn't necessarily believe in it. Of course, those that did all the atrocities and whatnot. They literally said, well, we had another podcast before, so I'm the good one, I know what's best, and this is the vermin of the
Yeah.
world, and we have to extinguish it. We are just doing the earth and the world and humanity a favor. After it, everything will be better. So it's this I it's this wanting to be a good human. So it's this uh, it, I don't really know if there's an English word for it. It's this, what I am doing is, well, it's this upright and justifiedness. It's upright and justified. So, because they couldn't justify it to themselves, if they wouldn't tell themselves a story. So I'm just helping the world and others to get rid of those that uh, that are not bringing forward humanity, that are basically useless eaters, whatever the narrative might be. It's just a narrative, it's a story, it's something to get you to believe something. And then, even if those people do not do what everyone does, they are harming society. So,
Mhm.
and because they are harming everyone else, they have to be separated, they have to be extinguished, they have to be cast out. That has been done many, many times. Okay, because humans by themselves, if they don't tell themselves a story that they are doing the right thing, they are being upright and justified, then they wouldn't be able to do it.
Okay.
So it's the same, right? Those that tell you, well, Germans have done this and now we have to blah, 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 they feel upright and justified.
Mhm.
Okay. So you can say or tell them whatever they want. So in doing saying, see, I have to do this now and we have to do this now. So they now can feel better about themselves. Right? I'm making amends and now I'm helping everyone in the world and not taking care of myself, but still I can feel better about myself and I'm doing the quote unquote right thing.
Mhm.
So now with the indigenous, so we there is this. So they in Canada, it's they are in reservoirs and they have many privileges, but for because they most of them are alcoholics, whatever drug abusers, or not most. Okay, but those that live in reserves mostly are. Others that say, I'm not the victim anymore, they leave and make their own life, right? And it's the same with everyone, right? Stepping out of the victim consciousness. So it's about, you did this to us and now you have to make amends forever. Okay, you have to give us certain privileges and whatever, you have to give us money, you have to give us this, it's this, give us, give us, give us, give us, so I don't have to step into my own responsibility of taking care of myself. I can step, or I don't want to and don't need to step out of my victim consciousness.
Mhm.
So literally it's about power, right? When you think that you did wrong, you can be manipulated into doing certain things. But again, it has nothing to do with trauma. The trauma ends when you buy into something. And the short answer to your question, can um, Germans, Americans, Spanish people, can they, as a society, uh, as a people, can they be traumatized? And the short answer is no. It is what you make out of it. There are those
Ma-
stories,
Mhm.
but everybody regardless of the skin. It has a heart, it has a liver, it has 2 kidneys, 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth. It has a brain. So on the inside, the organs are the same, the whole system is the same. Of course, every body is different. Literally, everybody is different and every body is different. No body is the same. Your body is unique, just like you are unique.
Mhm.
Everyone in the universe or everything in the universe is unique, which is pretty amazing, isn't it? So this just shows me, okay, as everything is unique, why does humanity even try to put everything into certain boxes and make everything the same?
Mhm.
Because this is literally not possible because everything is unique. So trauma is, to get to the short of it, okay? Of course, if someone comes to me and attacks me, like I was in my 20s, right? It was even someone I thought was a friend, and he at a party, at a bigger party of the town, he said, "Well, I want to show you something," and then he led me behind the building, and then he attacked me and blah 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 blah. Basically, because I was having well, I made an identity of myself to be strong, right? To be tough and whatnot. So he tried to basically get the toughness out of me, right? And I was not playing. Okay, so and whatever and whatever. And I just, within my heart, I knew I had to wait it out. Okay, I was not fighting. I was telling him, okay, what do you want? Well, what, do you want to kill me? Well, then kill me. So I didn't play. Okay, I didn't fight, I didn't go into victim mode. I just knew, okay, I have to wait. Within my heart, I knew I have to wait. Someone at some point will come out, and I will be able to get their attention. And I don't know how long it took, whatever. It felt like forever. And someone on the other side came, and I was shouting and saying, "Well, this person is crazy. Can you please take care of him?" And I walked away. Of course, it was a, for the mind, scary situation. Did I
Yeah.
make a fuss about it? Did I start to hate the person? Did I want to fight back and get back at him? And no, why? I knew it was not about me. This would be a perfect situation to say, well, I am traumatized. Of course, my mind, well, not even. So of course, it didn't feel good, but I didn't go into fear. And that's the most important part. Okay, I saw this person was coming from a point. He wasn't really seeing me. He just wanted to uh, assert power over me, to back, basically to let me go or whatever he wanted, right? And I did not play. And it's the same with you when someone wants to make you feel guilty. Well, you're egoistic, whatever. And it's about, trauma is about the decision you make about something. Of course, from the little focus of the mind, you always see only part of the picture, that part that sees the situation from your viewpoint. You do not see the whole situation, right? And that's where we go into, in a sense, woe is me. So he strangled me. I had marks on my throat for well, weeks, if not months. So, and I had to hide it with a, so yeah, all good, right? So, but I went about my life. So, and this is some children, unfortunately, and children especially, right?
Mhm.
They feel the fear their mother has. They feel something is wrong, and their mom is overwhelmed or dead. But it's basically very often mom, even in the womb, right? She's overwhelmed because now she is pregnant and she doesn't know how to bring up the child, and she is really afraid. And of course, the child feels it. And very often, unfortunately, the child then makes the decision, this is because of me. I am the reason for it. That's a trauma in itself. And later on, they have to deal with it. So, of course, children at a very early age, because their parents are their gods and they feel everything. Of course, they take in those emotions as well. They make decisions about themselves, the world as well. And that's why it happens so often that children become like their parents,
Mhm.
because they have taken in and on their emotions and their views of the world. So everything is unjust, and I have no chance. And this is coming back to your question. This is why you could say, so this would be a family trauma, and then you can expand it to uh, to a population, right? So, but this is again a decision I make about something that comes at me from the outside and make it my own. This is literally what it comes down to when you talk about trauma. What decision did I make about the world, about myself, about whatever? What emotions did I go in? What did I make it about myself, or did I see it? And I'm very blessed, and I'm very, very happy and joyful about it, that I always had the overview. So I
Mhm.
never got into the position to make it about myself. I always knew, even with my mom, her, whatever, I knew that's hers, it's not mine. And I'm very, very blessed to have been blessed with this, right? But this also gives me the opportunity to share, right? Because everyone one can go into the overview and really see it's not about me, it's not mine, and it's not mine to take in and take on.
Mhm.
So literally, you have taken in the position, okay, you saw, okay, why should I be responsible for something somebody else did? Even if it was in a past time, this is still someone else. You are a different person now. So why would I have to make up for it? I am here to embody myself, to be myself, to walk my walk, to be the love that I am. I'm not here to make up for whatever happened in the past, even whatever happened just a moment ago, because now is a new now moment. Every moment is a new now, and it is what it exists. The past is gone. It does not exist anymore. The future is not yet here, and there is no future. There is just this now, and then we go into the next now, and then the next now, and then the next now, and that's what's perceived as future, right? So when just what I said a minute ago, it's gone. It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So why would I be or feel responsible for it? I might have been wrong. Well, that happens, right? I have a mind, I have a certain programming maybe still, right? I see it very often that my mind automatically goes into whatever, and then I say, "Hey, mind, no, that's not true. Leave that." Okay.
Okay.
So, yes.
May I ask a question?
No.
Because I will do it. You can't stop me now. No, it's for me. Is there a difference? As for me, it is a difference when you are very, very young or when you are a little bit older. Because when you hear from your parents or elder sisters, don't do that, you are not able to do that. Yeah, you are too little, you are not strong enough, or that that makes something with a little kid. Okay, when I'm older and somebody tells me, you will never get that, yeah, no, forget it, don't start it, then it's a decision that I can make for me. I will show you. that I can do it, or I will resignate and
Okay, there
don't
we are
and
again,
don't
Jutta.
start something.
There
But the
we are
little
again.
child, how can the little child make this decision? That's my question.
But there we are again. You are playing the energy game, and that's what children should be taught first.
Yeah,
Okay? So
yeah.
if someone says you cannot do anything, so for the first, it's of course you feel, well, why should I not?
Hmm.
Okay? And then, yes, of course, as a kid, because the mind has to grow, the body has to grow. It's just that's why you are um, your parents are there to guide you how to navigate on this planet.
Hmm.
Okay, how to be the best you are with what you have, and they do the best they can with what they have because they have been
Hmm.
lied to uh, as well, right? From because everyone is has bought into something that literally and ultimately is not true. So
Yeah,
they are not evil, they have the best intentions. Okay,
yeah.
they come from their trauma, whatever. So the thing is, okay, someone tells me I cannot do this.
Hmm.
Do I believe it or not? So my inner voice says, why not? And then, unfortunately, and I have done that as a child, unfortunately, too much. And it gives the this the energy as well. And it's an energy game again, and you are the same. So I will show you. Well, that's not how where I came from. For me is, well, that's not true. So I am still doing what I'm doing, whatever, or I fought it, whatever. However, by doing whatever, it doesn't matter what it was, but I fought it, right? So that's your stance as well. You like to fight things as well. So and this gives it the energy, and that within yourself causes energetic blockages and all this stuck energy and emotion, right? Because of course then you are told, don't cry, don't scream, don't be angry, don't blah, right? So instead of letting the child let, because a child when it a little child, it falls, it cries, right? It they children they let out the emotion
Yeah.
immediately, and then the older they get, or even at a very young age, don't do that. You cannot, blah, 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 right? And that creates stuck energy. That creates trauma within the body, right? And then the older you get, that's what literally what it means, what age and getting old means. All this stuck energy creates dis-ease within the body. It
Yeah.
creates, first of all, stuck energy. Then it's stored in the fascia, and of course, and then you say, well, it's just getting old. The energy cannot flow anymore. So it's literally it's stuck energy trauma. Trauma literally is when you make a decision about the world or yourself that is not true, right? When you fight, when you buy into something, uh, because it is not true that German Germans as a whole are evil because they did this and this and this, and blah blah blah. Right? It's about finding out what is the truth for myself within my heart, and then follow it. Okay, and for myself, and of course I can only speak for myself. I felt what my mom was telling me, of course, coming back to the ancestral stuff and DNA, I have this and that. In my family, there's heart problems. There's problems, or in her family specifically, problems with the eyes. There's this and that, and she brought the beautiful message to me. Of course, I have got all of this awesome as a child, right? So I'm looking at a mountain of probable disease. And of course, I became a hypochondriac, right? Great, awesome, wonderful.
Bingo.
Thank you, mom. So but she didn't, she just, well, she wanted to tell me, yeah, you have to be careful and your body is broken and blah blah blah. And then I knew within myself, well, that's not true, and then I fought it, and then made it even worse. It created stuck energy. Instead of saying, well, mom, yeah, that's awesome, you believe in that, but it's not true. Within my heart I feel this is not true. This is yours. I leave it at your side. I'm not taking it in. I'm not taking it on, and all is well. Right? But I created the trauma within myself. Oh my goodness, there is a pimple, there is a little bump on my skin. I have cancer. Oh my goodness. Great. So whatever went wrong, I'm dying. Awesome. Great. So and literally that it took a very, very long
Yeah,
time to release that,
I believe.
to start to trust my body,
Mm.
to trust myself. I mean, who created this body? Who created this earth? So humanity coming at it from a point of view that it is flawed. So I, as perceptive human, I perceive that I know better than creator. Okay, that is quite an assumption, right? So I, as human, have to make everything better because it's flawed. Well, when I look at creation, when I look at the body, I see only perfection. Because when you release all this stuck energy and let the body do what it does best, which is regenerate and create itself anew all the time, and then keep all this, well, keep the energy flowing, keep you coming in yourself and being yourself, then the body, there is no age. Okay. So it literally is about within my heart. I feel the truth. Everyone does. Some feel it louder. You can say here, but when I say here, of course, many will expect to hear something. It's a feeling, and this feeling leads you a certain way. Or some even hear it. Some may see something. It's everyone's different. Okay. So from the outside comes all this stuff, but it's about, okay, within myself, is this the truth? Is this about myself? Well, let's look at this. Germans are this and that. No, that's not about myself. I don't feel included in that. I might have been born in Germany, but that's about it. I love the country. I love the people. I don't like many or enjoy many German features because it's too small minded for myself. That's why I left Germany. Okay. So it's about, okay, I was born in Germany. What does that mean for me? For me, actually, it doesn't mean anything. Okay. So,
Mhm.
but it's your decision what you make out of it. Okay. So if you're proud to be a German, awesome. So, whatever, I'm proud to be a citizen of Earth, to be myself. I am proud to have all these beautiful dear ones around me. And so, well, all these beautiful dear ones to play with, to expand with, to grow with. Because at the core, if we put aside the skin color and the country borders, whatever. It's awesome. Traditions, I love. German food, I love. French croissants, baguettes, I love. Pizzas for the Italians and pasta. And well, that's awesome. Traditions, culture, and that's what's making it out. Just especially as I'm traveling, right? Every country has a different food culture, right?
Yeah.
Some I enjoy, some I more, some I enjoy less, right? And that's awesome. So I get to experience the differences, but that still doesn't mean anything.
Mhm.
So it's about what decision make do I make for myself here without making it about myself. So trauma literally is I make it about myself. And then I fight it, I go against it, I make myself the victim, and I want someone else to basically take care of me or amend for it. So I, for myself, do not need to step into taking responsibility for myself and my actions and my reactions. because there is always someone else that that's what it is.
I have one
So
more question.
in this case, for Germans, well, it's the ancestors' fault. They did that, and now we have to make amends. We cannot that. So I still can stay. It makes you a victim
Mhm.
because they have been the perpetrators. Now we have to be the victims, and we cannot do anything about it. Well,
Yeah.
how does this feel within your heart? And that's what I got sidetracked as well. So when they throw it into at you, okay, not from here, but from the heart. How does this feel within your heart? Just feeling yourself. Let's drop our consciousness into our heart. So, Jutta, I'm sorry, but your ancestors did so many wrong things, and you have to always make amends, and you cannot do this and that. And not because you just, it's this, the ego wants to come, no, I'm the, blah, blah, blah. Let's feel into your heart. How does the heart feel about that? Without the ego interfering and telling you, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Just the heart.
My heart now, yeah, it's nearly yeah, natural,
Neutral.
nature, neutral.
Uh,
Yeah,
uh,
sorry. Yeah,
yeah. So it basically
but
for
10
myself.
years, 10 years ago,
Yes,
it would have been another reaction.
exactly.
Yeah.
But that would not have been from the heart. Because when you are in your heart and put aside the ego and it's outside of you, put it outside of you, put all the energies, and then they come at you and you think, okay, great.
Oh, it's your
It's for
opinion, but
me,
not mine.
I am smiling.
Mhm.
Well, if you believe that and if that's true for you, more power to you. Great.
Yeah,
But this still has nothing to do with me. So
yeah.
if we have trauma, so let's say that it's let's take an
May,
aside.
may, 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 may I
Yes,
can make an example?
of course.
Good. Um, because it's something different. But when you love horse riding, yeah, and one day you fell from the horse, that can be a trauma,
Mhm.
and it's my decision to walk away. I will never ride again. Or it's the decision, okay, I fell down, but I will climb up and do my ride. Yeah.
Exactly.
But
So yes,
when I choose the when I decide to walk away, I will never get on a horse again. What does this trauma do with me? Or what
well
can I do years later to leave it behind?
so you fell down. Of course, it hurt, and maybe well the horse maybe kicked at you, whatever, and then you said, well, I'm just not able to ride, and the horse is whatever. So it depends, right? It's not just falling off the horse. So it's about literally making the decision. Let's assume um, I am not, I cannot stay on a horse. Okay, so because it really depends because everyone makes different decisions
Yeah,
about it. So the fall is first of all, it creates a certain trauma within the body. That's why they say as soon as you are able, get on the horse again, because the more and more you distance yourself from it, the harder it will be to get back
hmm
onto it, because the fear, because there is fear. So let's say I fell down and now I am afraid. So yeah, let's say it's just I am afraid. Okay, so and I can make the decision, well, it's just not worth the risk for me to fall down again. So is it, do I enjoy sitting on a horse and horse riding so much that I want to get back, or is it just, well, it's too much of a risk? So looking at it again from neutrality, from the heart. What happens is, of course, I stand there, the horse is there, I fell down, it hurt, and now I go into fear. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna fall again, and next time I might break my foot, or the horse might kick at me, and whatever. I might even die. I get a concussion. I whatever, right? All those scenarios and whatever, and we go into fear, and creating that creates trauma because we go into fear. What if again with this person that attacked me, what if next week someone else comes and attacks me? So I go into fear, and at one point I'm just staying inside because I'm so afraid that something can happen to me, right? And then I miss the whole point of coming to this planet, which means enjoying, experiencing, and well, yeah, sometimes falling down, and uh, and not going into fear. So I, by trying to survive, I decide to not live, to not
Mhm.
enjoy what I enjoy. So for myself, I would say, okay, I fell down. Is it really, do I enjoy it, or did I just do it to try it out? So I would say, well, it's not worth for me, right? So if I am a person like one friend of mine, she's a horse person, right? So of course, oh, I enjoy it so much, so I would go back up as soon as possible, because of course the body stores that, because the fear is there in the beginning. Do we overcome the fear? Say,
Mhm.
well, the fear is there, but I'm not buying into it. Okay, this happened because of this and this and that. This, it still was not about me. I go up there again because I enjoy it so much. Okay, and at one point the body's gonna die anyway. So at least I enjoy my life. I'm doing what makes my heart sing. Of course, there is always certain risks, but I'm not going into fear. And the longer, of course, you go into fear, like, be it fear of flying, whatever. Yeah, the mountain, it's like a little pebble, and well, you think, ah, I might not do it, and then it grows and grows and grows until it becomes a mountain in front of you.
It
Okay,
it
because
had
of, yes.
it had yeah, a reason, because yeah, that I took this example, because I want to hear the word fear, because my yeah, I thought about it, and what told me, is there a big difference between trauma and fear? And when, what is the difference?
No, exactly. It's actually not a difference. So
Okay.
as I say, again, this situation, if I would have gone into victim mode, okay, woe is
Yeah.
me, and this person is evil, and now I become afraid of, well, literally maybe males, okay,
Mm-hmm.
or when I walk at that time, I used to walk home at night alone, and I didn't mind. Even after this incident, I didn't. But let's say I had bought into it, then I would have stopped walking home alone at night,
Mm-hmm.
because, of course, this and this could happen, right? And then it's about, of course, there are little threats. So trauma is giving into the fear. Oh, this could happen again. The world is evil. There is only uh, people out there that want to hurt me, they want to take advantage of me, they want to this, they want to that. Going into victim mode and letting the fear literally take you over, right?
Mm-hmm.
And instead of saying, okay, the fear is there, okay, it can even be the fear for myself. I didn't feel comfortable in front of a camera. I didn't want to be photographed. I still don't like it. It doesn't make sense to me. Why should I be on a picture? Nobody is interested about seeing me, and I'm not as well. So because for myself, I in this body do not matter. I'm so much more. So why would I? Yeah, it's my vehicle. Right? I enjoy it. I like to express through it, but I'm not making a fuss out of, look at me, I'm now doing this, I'm now whoo. That
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense to me,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's literally for myself, well, because to do what my heart calls me to, well, I stand in front of the camera, it still is not about me, okay? And by doing it, so meaning there is this fear, the trauma. It's the same when you are born and you just have this fear of flying. Of course, you have never flown before, right? So of course it doesn't come from this lifetime. So you must have brought it with you. Okay. And now it's about, okay, taking a deep breath, and literally it's about not about avoiding. That's uh, trauma means you start to avoid the fear, and then it
Yeah.
becomes bigger and bigger. So if you face it when it is at the lowest point, so to speak, meaning you fall off the horse, you feel the fear, but you say, well, I enjoy this so much, I get back up right now. And then you go back into enjoying and saying, well, the horse was whatever, there was a mouse running over the field and it got distracted, whatever, something might have happened, and it was not about you, right? It could have happened anytime. And how blessed are we have our entourage, we fall down and they look out for you that nothing big happens, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we stand up, all is well. It's also had, do I have the fear, well, I'm gonna fall and break, whatever, I'm gonna die. That's the fear as well. Well, so if I'm gonna die, well, then that there must be a reason for it. Then I, as myself, as my complete self, have decided that somewhere else, that there is somewhere else where my focus is needed more. That I am needed my focus as myself is needed somewhere else more than here. Or I have done my job or whatever. Or we are just not getting our attention and it's time to move on, whatever the case may be, right? And it's you won't die from an accident, or accidents are actually no accidents. They happen to wake you up, to make you aware of something that is out of alignment, right? Because it's I have in my I have had many incidents where literally I don't know how I even survived that, right?
Yeah.
I had an accident with a bike going to a swing. Of course, I had a few blemishes, whatever, but I could have also died. Or I walked into a garage with a hole in it, and um, my mom's boyfriend left one part open, and it was dark, and I stepped through it, fell into the hole that was 2 meters deep, and when I walked up, well, nothing happened, right? I was standing there and I realized while I was standing there, everywhere around me was stuff on the ground. And I literally stepped onto the only part where there was nothing.
Yeah.
How are the odds?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So your entourage is always looking out for you. And I was somewhere, well, I have to go to work and everyone's bad, everything's so bad, and I hate everything. I was in the mindset, oh my goodness, right? But
Yeah.
still they were looking out for me. So nothing happens by accident. It happens to wake you up. And it happens, hey, you might really take a little adjustment onto this way, which is your heart telling you go there, with in a very loving way, right? So you are a bit or a lot out of alignment with yourself, let's get back to ourselves. That's why you came here. So, and trauma is, the fear is literally, it's there to show you something. Okay, something is out of alignment with myself. I might better look at it now. I, within myself, would want to step over the fear. Why would I, as creator incarnate, fear anything?
Yeah,
I have
that's
been
a
a
good
huge part of
question.
creating all of this. Okay.
Yeah.
So why would everything be flawed? Everything is perfect. I, as myself, the universe, all that is, as source, I have created this. Why would it be flawed? And I, just as you are, am here to experience, find out about myself, and then decide about myself. And literally, uh, I have every option to go anywhere.
Mhm.
But the only way, literally, is the way of the heart, the way that your heart tells you. And this is where humanity is going back to love, back to the heart, back to themselves, everyone on their own and as a whole. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that beautiful? And why
It
would we
is.
have to prove anything? I've got nothing to prove.
No.
I am just here to share. I went through a hell of a lot of things in my life. I wouldn't wish this on anybody. Okay? But now I can stand here and say, I can do it or could do it, and so can you. The way
Mhm.
of the heart is the only thing that is, first of all, real, and the only thing that truly lets you feel yourself, lets you be yourself, lets you feel and be the love that you are, the beauty that you are, the consciousness that you are, and lets you feel and be the truth. No outside influences, no necessity to fight, to be right, to prove anything. Why should I? I mean, you are creator incarnate as well, and every one of you is. So, how and why should I know better than you what is best for you? Only you do. You have your entourage. You have the whole universe behind you, all that is. So, you got all the abilities, all the help as well. And you are on the journey that you are on for your own reasons. And I am just here to share that there is another way. There is a way out of the fear, out of the trauma. Of course, the emotions will come up because you have suppressed them for so long. I had to. I had to feel them all, right? But then I know, hey, they are coming up, they are leaving. Hallelujah. All is well, all is well, all is well. Higher levels take command. This is for myself that I can bring in more of myself. Avoiding fear, whatever it is, running from it, just makes it bigger.
Yep.
It makes you run away from yourself, from the truth, from your heart. It makes you manipulate, be, be able to be manipulated. It makes the mind the one that's in the driver's seat, and the mind can be programmed. It can be manipulated. It can be made to do things that you know are not in alignment with yourself. So the only way to yourself and home, to the love that you are, is within and through the heart. Within yourself and as yourself and through yourself. As the love, the beauty, the magnificence that you are, that you always have been, and that you always will be. So let's cut out and release all the stuff that has nothing to do with you, that's not about you, and is really and truly not yours to take in and take on. So let's get rid of it. Trauma, it's literally all those decisions that you have made about yourself and the world that are not true. All the emotions that are stored, that you have been told you have to suppress them, you cannot think that, you cannot be that. If the emotions come up, let them out. If there is anger coming up, well, let's beat the pillow or go into the forest and scream. Let it out. It's coming up to leave. So more of you, of your true self, can come in.
Thank you.
Darkness is coming over me. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
your picture was a little,
Yeah,
it was the
the
whole
sun is
time a
the
little
sun is.
dark, but I don't want
Well,
to
I
interrupt
cannot
you.
see anymore if the sun is. Well, it's yeah. It's of course supporting me.
Yeah,
But I have
for
only
sure.
been seeing light, of course. But I want to see you as well, Jutta. And I want to, well, I can feel you, everyone, anyways.
Yeah.
So for
As
yourself,
I told at the beginning, I think it will be very interesting, and it was. It was. And yeah, thank you
did it
for
did it
yeah,
make it a little, or did it explain it to you?
for me,
Is it
yes.
okay?
Yeah.
So no questions. It's literally it's the decisions you make about a situation. Is this
Yeah.
about me or not? And it's not about you. We fall down, we stand up, we walk on. If something is in your way and it happens for a reason, because for some reason, some way, some shape, some form, this was not the door to walk through, or this path is not the one that leads you to the bliss, the exuberance, the joyfulness, to the love, right? So we step up and say, okay, show me. Show me where to go. Show me what is in the highest for me and, of course, for everyone concerned. Show me what I enjoy. I want to know what I want. I want to know what I enjoy. And then, of course, because your entourage will bring the doors in for you, and then you walk through them. And sometimes, yes, they might feel scary, might seem scary. But at the end of it, home, yourself, the love that you are, is waiting for you. And that for myself is the only thing that matters. Being myself, being the consciousness, the love, the beauty that I am, having nothing within my consciousness that is not of light, is not of love, is not myself. That is the only thing that matters for me. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Jutta. It has been such an honor and such a joy to connect, to play, to expand together. I love you all. Thank you.
You.
Until next time.